Do you know how to Korea?
How to Korea?
How to Korea?
How to Korea.
Out of Korea.
How to Korea. This is How to Korea.
Okay, welcome to another episode of How to Korea. We are on episode 13.
13.
So about 13 weeks since we started publishing, which means we are about 4 months in almost. We're in our 4th month.
Yeah.
You know, we've been noticing that our shorts are doing better than our podcast due to the short attention span of our generation.
Yeah, well, let's blame it on that. The last one didn't do too badly, maybe because we had like a Korean on and we had more Koreans actually sitting and watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
and they had parts where they actually understood it.
Yeah, not the last one, the
Latest one.
the one before that.
Did we uploaded that last week? Yeah, last week. The one last week.
Because this is going to be next week. It's confusing.
Ah, shit.
Because we
it
have
is.
episode 12.
We uploaded it last week at the
Yeah.
time of recording, but by the time you're watching this, it'll be 2 weeks
2 weeks
ago.
later, yeah. So the episode 11, the one with Mo, that one did pretty well.
No. We're getting like, I don't know. Our first few videos, we got like 200, 300
Yeah,
views.
those were booming. But also the average duration.
It's like a fucking chart. It's like a magnet pulling it down.
So what we're also going to, like we said last time, what we're going to try and do is do some recaps and just post the recaps up there. Just like certain topics where we actually stay on one topic,
No.
not jump to 500 other topics.
Like we do on our fucking...
Yeah, on the long form. So we're going to just try and cut out some topics with like 5-10 minutes or whatever, and then post those. So just a little recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but no.
Get
No,
a
I
little
guess
bit closer, because you,
Yeah.
when you look at when you're looking at the camera, you're not talking into the mic.
Testing.
Can you believe it's 13 episodes and I still have to remind him about the mic?
For me, it's not even there. Yeah. Natural. So I think one of the things that I wanted to talk about was last time we talked about how a lot of foreign companies fail
Yeah.
in South Korea. And the examples were Sephora and
Wasn't there a food place?
I think there was a Taco Bell maybe.
Yeah. It was like we said that KFC is not doing great in Korea.
No, and it's not real KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are some exceptions. And I'm sure you're very well aware of this. Yeah, Starbucks is making a freaking killing in Korea. You see a Starbucks every 4 blocks?
Yeah. There's Starbucks everywhere.
Yeah. Do you know their business model?
No, not too familiar.
It has something to do with like if you own the land or the building, you have to own the land or the building. I'm not 100% on this, but if you own the land or the building, the Starbucks does all the renovations for you, and then they just take a percentage of your revenue, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, not profits, revenue, from what I understand, which is, it's high.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably a sweet deal for the landowner.
Yeah, because it brings up the value of your land too.
It's like similar to, well, in a sense, similar to McDonald's. Their
Yeah.
business model is they don't own the restaurants, they own property, they own land, you know?
Yeah. Their business model it's not hamburgers.
Yeah.
It's real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah. And McDonald's are like strategically placed.
McDonald's is
everywhere else.
another one that does great in Korea.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger King also does pretty decently.
Burger King, yeah.
Not as good as McDonald's, but
Yeah.
Burger King does pretty good. There's no Wendy's here.
What is Wendy's?
Oh, you don't know Wendy's?
Is that a burger place as well?
Yeah.
No?
It's like the 3 big chains in America. You got Burger King, McDonald's, and then Wendy's.
Okay.
Yeah, Wendy's. You have this picture of like this little.
A girl with red hair.
Yeah,
Red hair,
with the coattails, like braids on each side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the chili in Wendy's is fucking amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, the chili during the winter is good. Overall, Wendy's is good too, but it just never made it here. Yeah, so Starbucks does pretty well, and then McDonald's, Burger King, like we were talking about, and then the Five Guys chain is doing pretty well from what I hear. And there was another one that there was one more that I was
Some
thinking
pizza
about.
places, though.
Pizza Hut, Domino's,
Domino's.
Papa John's not so much, but Pizza Hut and Domino's seem to do well.
But it's ridiculously expensive, though.
Oh yeah, pizza. I mean, we talked about pizza in Korea, but it's
Yeah.
crazy.
But especially those two are crazy expensive.
But you get like those massive discounts, like 7,000-8,000 won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you go on like Wednesday, it's like 50% off or something
Yeah.
like that. So it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another thing with the Starbucks, what's quite popular in Korea, if you want to send someone a gift voucher or a gift, or like I've received many birthday gifts or whatever you call them,
Oh.
then they send you a voucher of like maybe 50,000, or sometimes they'll send you like 2 coffees and a fucking
And
piece
like
of cake or
yeah. Oh. That's
something.
like the go-to present in
Yeah,
Korea.
that's like your coupon. Then you just
Oh.
go there and say, "Give me this thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you have a Starbucks like account, like a
Yeah.
membership account, you can just take the value and then put it into your account
Into
too.
money.
So you don't necessarily have to get those things that you like. The 50,000, yes, you get the exact value.
Yeah.
But like those ones where you get like 2
I'm gonna do
coffees
that
and a
because I
cake,
got a ton and like they're gonna expire soon, so I need to like convert them.
I'm pretty sure you can. Now that I'm talking about it, now
I
I'm
think
questioning
I've done
myself.
it. Not I've done it, but my girlfriend's done it before.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, and I think you just yeah, that way the points don't expire or the money doesn't
Yeah.
expire.
Because I think it's a year. You get 1 year to use them. Because I keep getting these messages.
You get the
saying-
reminders.
Reminders, yeah.
And then you can also there's a button you press where you can extend the
Oh, really?
expiration of the gifts.
Oh, cool.
Use Google Translate.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see that. Yeah, that's kind of like the go-to gift. I know when you work at certain places, they give you like Starbucks gift cards too, and they've done a good job of penetrating Korea, man.
Yeah.
Like there's just it's crazy.
And also the stuff that they sell, like the flasks and the glass,
dude,
the
I think-
mugs, and
I think they make more money off of that than the coffee.
Yeah,
the
'cause-
goods.
the goods.
Yeah. They have the tumblers and then they
yeah.
have the cups.
Like even notepads and pens and
Yeah,
like all
so
these type of things.
They'll have events once in a while where like if you get like 20 stars or something, you get a star for like every drink usually.
Okay.
So if you get like 20 stars within a certain amount of time, they'll give you like a journal or something, and some people go apeshit over that journal. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like it looks pretty cool, you know what I mean? Like the style of all the Starbucks stuff. There's nothing that's really like ugly or way out there or anything. So
Oh, you mean like the interior design or like the actual goods?
the goods.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're nice.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quality, it's not
What I really liked was this year is the year of the dragon.
yeah.
And it's
like the Asian
Yeah.
the Asian calendar or what?
Yeah, the Asian Zodiac.
Probably Zodiacs or whatever.
Yeah, I think Zodiac.
Yeah. The
I
year of
guess
the
you call them
dragon.
Zodiac. Yeah, it's the year of the dragon. So every 12 years, the animal changes, right? So I'm born in 88, which means you have 1988, 2000, 2012, and then this year, 2024.
Oh,
is
so
year of the
wasn't the
dragon.
last one the year of the monkey?
I don't know.
The last cycle. Wasn't it monkey?
No, it was rabbit.
Rabbit?
Yeah, I think so. Because the 87 is rabbit.
Okay, because I have a mug
Mhm.
with a Starbucks mug as well that has a rabbit on it.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
that's probably because the year of the rabbit.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, but in the beginning of this year, they were selling like year of the dragon goods,
Okay.
and they were nice. Like I wanted to buy them. I mean, they're ridiculously expensive,
Sure.
but I still wanted to buy them. They were pretty nice. So Starbucks does pretty well here. Yeah, there was one more that I wanted to mention, but I just can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Probably come to you later.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Then another good, I don't know if it's good news or bad news,
What?
that Seoul has started to get trash cans in public spaces.
Well, you're gonna get a bunch of people throwing shit out from their house like into these trash cans, I think.
Okay, so let me tell you, right?
Yeah, let me check.
In
this
South Africa, we have trash cans in public spaces, right? We have trash cans everywhere. But the problem is there's trash everywhere. Even though there's trash cans, people don't give a shit. They just throw trash next to the bins or next to whatever. There's
Everywhere.
trash everywhere.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So sometimes you see the trash can empty, but around it, there's just piles of trash,
Wow.
right? In Korea, though, you don't see trash cans in public.
No, and
spaces.
littering is like super frowned upon in Korea.
Yeah, it does happen. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, you don't see trash in the roads, in the streets. Korea is pretty clean,
Yeah.
considering. Obviously, if you go to like busy places where there's nightclubs and stuff like that, at the end of the night, it's a shit show.
Oh, dude, have you seen Samsan early in the morning?
It's disgusting.
Oh
bro.
my god, bro.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's
It's
disgusting.
terrible. It's like cigarette butts and like just
Yeah,
shit everywhere.
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 And yeah, that's gross. But then it gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
right? The next day it gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
I remember back in Chungju, some morning we would go for a bike ride or whatever in the mornings, and then it's like early when the sun. Some nights I would go home,
Yeah.
and sun comes up. Then you have these old pensioners that come and pick up all the trash. They walk through the streets.
They were in like these orange or yellow vests and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, in Chungju, I think they wore blue, like light blue, sky blue ones, and they just have their bags and they come walk through the streets and pick up their stuff and whatever. So, which is quite a nice incentive for them because they have nothing else to do.
No.
They wake up around that time anyway. So, yeah, make a couple of bucks, go pick up some trash.
The thing about trash in Korea is like you have to buy trash bags.
Yeah.
And for me, that kind of, I mean, it's not expensive. It's not like a waste of money. I get it. But at the same time, it's like I'm literally paying money to buy trash. Like
to throw away your trash.
Well, no, it's trash. Well, yeah, to throw away my trash. But at the end of the day, I'm paying for trash.
Yeah, to make more trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm paying to buy these trash bags I have to put my trash into and throw away. So in a sense, I'm paying for trash.
Yeah, you you can think of it as like a tax for your trash.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how, and it's sponsored by, like, each city has their own trash bags, which means I think it's the money goes to the city.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So they're making money off your trash.
Yeah, when I was in Chungju, we went to the facility where they take all the trash and then they burn it to create more energy and whatever. And they explain this whole process to the kids and all that stuff. So it's pretty nice. And they explain, don't throw this in your trash, throw this and this, put this in this bag, and the whole process.
Yeah.
Which was quite cool. So they try and recycle everything, to reuse everything for energy, which is good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, with the trash cans in Korea, though, I'm scared that now because they put trash cans, it's going to start looking like the rest of the world where the places do have trash cans. There's trash fucking everywhere.
Well, it depends on how often they're going to clear that out. I'm sure it's going to take them time, as with any new system, to kind of just figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure out a frequency on when to clean it out. What I'm more concerned about is, like I was saying before, you have to pay for trash bags, right? So some people might just take all the trash from the house and dump it into these big ass trash cans.
No, that's also true.
Yeah.
But it is a kind of annoying. Like I've been outside in public many times when you stop and you buy something to drink or whatever. Now you have to walk around with that trash for like an hour before you maybe say you get to a subway or a bus station or something. Okay, finally a trash can where you can throw something away.
Oh.
So it's a bit annoying. And I know a lot of people, we have these nets in Ulsan, we have these nets where you throw out your trash for recycling bottles and whatever. And I know a lot of people, if they see a net outside, they just go and throw it in the net.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
As when I was walking, I see a net. I'm like, okay, I can put plastic in here, so that should work.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's
what happens there.
in a sense, it's good because for some reason, like littering is super taboo in Korea for some reason.
And that's what I say. It does happen though, because I've seen it happen. And you know what? Majority, I would say 99% of the people that I've seen that do it, smokers.
Yeah. Cigarette butts.
Not just the buds.
Oh.
They'll open the pack and just chuck that little plastic, at the top where you open it.
Yeah.
Or chuck their bags or whatever. Oh, and it fucking grinds me, dude. Yes, it makes me so upset when I see that.
I mean, I did the same thing. I threw it away, but I at least had the decency to crumple it up so it produces little trash as possible.
I don't know.
But at the same time, it's kind of like you don't want to carry it around. There's nowhere to throw it out. Like, it's just like, oh fuck, it's just annoying to carry.
It's annoying, I get it, but yeah, I see these guys and especially the scooter, the delivery drivers.
Those guys.
I don't give a shit because I have a CU next to my house, right?
Yeah.
So they stop here and they have little smoke breaks and their little meat subs and they open this and they just chuck it out and then you see the CU worker have to come and clean up after them. And if this was South Africa, I would have fucking had a mouthful to say. My dad raised me like littering it's a no-go. You don't do that.
It's just uneducated.
It's terrible. My dad got so upset the one I remember driving with him and there was a guy in front of us driving and he opened up his window and he chucked out a whole bag of McDonald shit. Just
Jesus
a whole
Christ.
fucking bag. Just McDonald shit flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And my dad just went red, dude.
Jesus.
And he pulled up in front of this guy, blocked the guy off.
Yeah.
Started yelling at the guy, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the... And the guy's response is like, sorry, I'm not from this area.
Which is even worse.
And my dad's like, yes, I'm just holding my dad. Relax.
Yeah.
And then he told his son in the car just to go run out and pick that up. And I told my dad, just calm down, let's go. My dad wanted to kill that guy.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way when I walk outside and I see people throwing their shits and I make sure to look. I can't do anything as a foreigner.
No.
any foreigner, if you see shit like that, just shut up and just live your life and try and live with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, if this was South Africa, would have told that motherfucker, listen, you dirty pig, pick up your shit.
Yeah. And the thing about Koreans too is like those, especially those guys on the bikes, they have these stacks of business cards.
Yeah.
And you'll see them, and
flip
they're
it.
fucking good at it. They're so good at it, bro.
It's like a
I think you could puncture
the
paper
movie
with the way they throw
Daredevil.
it.
Yeah.
It's like a gambit from X-Men.
yeah.
Just fucking, but like it's not like this. It's like they got a whole stack and they just they like flick their thumb or something.
And that thing just glides for days.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
And as they're riding, they just kind of do this on the street, and it's all in a sense. I mean, that's littering, obviously, but it's also advertising,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, it's like when you're walking in Korea, you'll usually see like these little business card looking things that are advertisements for places, and you'll see that just on the floor everywhere, just littered everywhere. Yeah, and that just kind of, it's just that's how it works.
Yeah,
and that's it. In a sense, you don't really think of it as litter, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
No, it is. I mean, technically speaking,
it is littering, but yeah, well, that's not too bad, I guess, because I mean, a lot of people pick it up. Okay, I'll put it on my fridge or whatever.
I don't think anybody. I've never picked one up.
Well, me neither, because it's in Korea. Why would I pick it up?
Yeah, it's like, and it's dirty, and people spit on the floor. People throw cigarette butts on the floor, like it's nasty. I would never pick that up.
Then, also speaking on this point, rats and mice is something you don't see in Korea.
I've never seen a rat or a mouse in Korea. Never.
I've seen a mouse once. Only once. This was also back in Chungju. One day I was walking my girlfriend back home, and like I said, there's no trash cans in Korea. So if you throw your trash out, you put it in your little bag that you have to buy with the trash sign and whatever, and you put it outside on the sidewalk, and then they'll come and pick it up. And we were walking on the sidewalk one day, just talking, whatever, walking, and all of a sudden you hear a little rustle, and this small mouse jumps out from the bag.
And I'm sure it's more of a mouse than a rat. Right?
Yeah, no, that was small. That was a mouse.
Yeah.
So I got such a fright. So I shat my pants. I shoulder charged into my girlfriend. I was like, oh my god, sorry. But that's something you just don't see. You don't see rats. I've never seen a rat. You don't see mice anywhere. No. So it just shows you like it's nice and clean here. Try and make it clean. Whereas in South Africa, bruh, I see rats the size of small cats.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Everywhere. Oh. And so you're from New York. Yes, that's the capital. Man. That's Rat City.
Dude. In New York, we have a huge, massive subway line within the city that travels across the boroughs. And anytime you look in the tracks while you're waiting for the subway, it'd be surprising not to see a rat. Like, it's just so commonplace. There are always rats in the subway station, always. And there was one time where it was this big ass. I thought it was a cat or a stray dog, and it was just standing on the platform. It was just scuttering around. And I'm like, oh, I guess somebody lost their pet, but it was a rat. And I'm not talking about just like the length. I'm talking about the girth, like the size of this motherfucker, right? Like the height and the thickness. Like it looked like a cat. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And you look at you see it just jump into the tracks, and this huge motherfucker just chilling there, like king of the rats kind of shit. And it was crazy.
Yeah, some people. That like people in Korea, they don't understand when you say a rat.
No, they think little mice
they think
are rats.
Mice is like
Yeah. But, so I mean, there's times where I'm walking in Times Square when I was in America in New York. I'd be walking in Times Square, and a rat would just be walking next to me. Like it'd be just strolling next to me. It's not even like running away from people. It's just like just taking a walk, right? Like just exploring the city while the other people are scurrying about. And then the same thing goes for fucking cockroaches. So many cockroaches
in New York.
In New York, so many cockroaches. So many. In Korea, you actually see a few of them too. Yeah. There aren't not cockroaches in Korea.
My old apartment used to have.
Oh, dude, yeah, you get roaches here. You get roaches.
Luckily, this place is clean.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. They say if you see one cockroach, it's because that motherfucker got chased out of his home because it's so full. You never heard that?
No.
So if you ever see a cockroach in
broad daylight... Is that a Korean thing?
No, I think it's like a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
So if you see a cockroach in broad daylight, it means they're nocturnal, right? They hide from people. They don't like being visible.
Great at hiding.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing at hiding. But if you see one in broad daylight and it's just like scurrying about, it means that there's so much cockroaches within your home, in their like little area where
Yeah.
they call home, that they couldn't go back inside.
Ah,
That's what they say. That's what they say. You'll get these like stray big motherfuckers, and those are more water bugs that fly up and just like chill in your home.
okay.
The problem cockroaches are the German motherfuckers, and they're like yay big.
The
They're
small ones.
Yeah, and they're more of a brown than like the big motherfucking cockroaches. Those guys don't. I don't get me. Don't take my fact for this, but it just from what I heard, the German cockroaches are the worst. They multiply super fast, and they just destroy everything. So
Yeah.
cockroaches.
Right before I moved to Ulsan, actually a few years ago, my apartment that I lived in, next door to me, people moved into that apartment.
Mm.
And since they moved in, some cockroaches moved in as well.
Yeah, they travel with you, bro. They
Oh,
travel. It's in
bro.
your boxes when you're packing and shit. Like
I remember it was
happens.
so bad at one point. I had in every like not part of my house, my
Oh.
apartment, I
Oh.
had cans of spray, because you would walk in, see a cockroach, run for the can of spray. When you come back, they're gone.
The best
So
solution is to
thought-
fucking slap them, man. Just fucking smack the
fuck,
shit out of them.
disgusting. But
Yeah, the
anyway,
smaller
so
ones.
I had these canisters everywhere.
Yeah.
Throughout my house, and then I know I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna see one, and then I'm gonna keep my eye on it, and as I keep my eye on it, reach for the canister and spray the shit out of it.
Did it kill the cockroaches? That
Yeah,
spray?
no, it does kill them.
So how do you clean it up afterwards?
Well, spray the thing until it dies, and you just get like paper towels or whatever, and just
Like a massive roll
Massive
of paper
one, yeah.
towels.
The one night though, the one night I was sleeping, and
I don't want to hear this story.
you have to hear it. One night I was sleeping, and something's tickling my throat.
Oh
bro.
my god.
Something's tickling my throat, and I opened my eyes and I knew straight away this is a fucking cockroach.
Oh my god.
So I grab it, chuck it,
Yeah.
and I could hear it hit the wall,
Oh
hit the
my
ground.
God.
I jumped up, switched on the light, grabbed for the canister.
You might as well have grabbed it with your hand and fucking crushed it at that point. You already touched it.
It was gone. It was gone. As I jumped up trying to look for the thing, it was gone, dude.
Jesus.
I left my bed, I couldn't see it. I looked behind the little
They're
sofa.
so good at hiding.
Bruh.
They're so
And
good.
then I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep. Maybe I'll die tonight. But I sprayed everywhere, around my bed, behind. I just lay like this with a blanket over my face, and I just.
You know those the big motherfuckers, when you crush them, that sound that they make. I can't do it. I can't.
Those things are filthy.
Oh, they're disgusting, bro. They eat anything and everything. They're disgusting.
But I've heard a lot of people say if you crush them, that's when they lay their eggs.
And so what they do, and apparently what you're supposed to do, is crush them and then like sanitize the area that they died in. You just burn that fucker with fire. You know how you get
Burn the
hairspray and you
fucking
get a
house
lighter?
down, bro.
Yeah, you just burn that. You ever see that video of these massive cockroaches coming out of the sink? This woman has a lid on, the drain of your sink.
Yeah.
This woman has a lid over the drain, and fuck it, I'm talking about cockroaches like this big, the size of my nose, right? Just like, and there's like hundreds of them
man.
trying to get off the lid.
No.
And the comments are all just like, yo, just burn your fucking
Burn the
house
fucking
down.
house down.
And apparently what you can do is like, you know how pot lids, they have the little hole? So they say you should get hot water and just
Chuck it down there.
yeah, and they'll just fucking burn those motherfuckers. It's disgusting though. Cockroaches is disgusting.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
this-
So anyway, on the brighter side, Korean they do have cockroaches. Like I said, well, I experienced it.
Yeah, sorry. The bigger problem in Korea that I've seen instead of cockroaches are centipedes.
Centipedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get centipedes
Is-
and millipedes.
But there's I don't know if you call it a centipede, but it has these long fucking legs, dude. Long skinny legs. Maybe
I
this
think
big.
that's the centipede.
I think centipedes are like they're different. I know what you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
centipedes are thicker and they have
Yeah, short little, like strong little bulky
Yeah,
legs.
yeah.
These things have these long skinny legs.
They call them money bugs in Korea, I think. I think
Ooh,
those
yeah,
are-
those things, bro.
Oh.
I don't know if they're dirty. I don't know where they come from or whatever.
I think those you're allowed. You shouldn't kill because they'll kill all the bugs in your house.
I think so. That's what I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
But the one night I was at my friend's house, and he's got a nice house on the mountains up in Cheongju.
He's gonna get a lot of bugs.
Yeah, and a very nice house, a great place. And the one day I was in the bathroom, so I opened up the water, the faucet.
Yeah.
As I open the faucet, this thing falls into my hand.
Ah,
Then,
Jesus.
yes, I yelled like a little girl.
Oh, of
I got
course.
such a fucking fright, dude.
Jesus.
This thing right in my hand, and it's probably not this big.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yes,
And those
I got so
motherfuckers,
frightened.
apparently, when they bite you, they hurt.
Thank God it didn't bite
Yeah.
me.
Not the one with those long legs, but like I've seen centipedes.
Yeah,
When I
I've
lived
seen-
in Jeju, there's centipedes everywhere,
Yeah.
and they're like, you could tell that they're terrible animals because they're like bright.
Yeah.
Like it's like bright orange.
Orange, yeah.
Bright
They're
orange, and it's
fucking
like
stay
stay the
away.
fuck away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see those, like I'm getting goosebumps just talking
Yeah.
about them right now. But I saw them and I would have to kill those fuckers, or else it's a cafe, so people might get bit, but they don't die.
They're tough.
Those fuckers are tough as shit. I slammed down on it with like a broom, and then I would slam down on it with a rock, and it would still be squiggling and trying to live, and like it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers are tough. Their shells are like super tough, right? So, yeah. But then you see sometimes the birds, they scoop down and they eat them, it's just nice. It's natural.
Birds also eat anything.
Yeah, they eat anything. And while we're talking about bugs, there's I'm kind of debating if I should do this or not, but apparently they say that if you have ladybugs in your house, they're very good for your plants. And they're not harmful or anything, but the ladybugs, what they'll do is they'll eat like the little microscopic bugs off your plants and keep your plants super healthy. They're supposed to be good for your plants. So if you have like a veranda or
Yeah.
a terrace outside where you can kind of leave it closed, you could release like a swarm of ladybugs and they'll just like chill and feed off the shit on the plants.
You just need to make sure that they like don't overpopulate.
Which I don't think they do. I don't know. I don't know the reproductive system of a ladybug,
Yeah.
but I don't think they go too crazy. And if it gets too crazy, just buy like a lizard and just have it feast on those ladybugs. Oh, one of the comments I read was if you have so in America, I saw this video. We're talking about bugs, so all these fucking videos come to mind. There's a locust, or like a, what do you call those? Cricket.
Yeah.
There's a cricket problem
Where?
in America, in some states in America, because like, or is it cicadas or cricket? It's cicadas and crickets, one or the other. They look like crickets, but I think they're cicadas. But where you were telling me the other day how the mating seasons overlap this year.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's gonna
you
be a
just see
super swarm.
yeah, so you see a crap ton of like, so this woman is like filming the outside of her house and just littered with these bugs. And they say if you have a bug problem, get a chicken.
Yeah.
Get a live chicken, and they'll go to town on these bugs. Like they'll just feast on these bugs, and they're good at eating those bugs.
Yeah.
So, if your ladybugs reproduce too much, get a chicken.
Get a chicken.
Yeah, have it have a feast, and then just
Fatten it up and then.
and then just slaughter it and eat that fucker.
JK.
No, what? Not really. Shit.
Yeah.
Same shit from the supermarket. You get a live chicken and eat it. You get a chicken from the supermarket. It's the same thing. One last thing I do want to talk about is you don't see a lot of rats, or you barely see any rats or mice in Korea, but you see a lot of stray cats.
Yeah.
A lot.
Maybe that's also why you don't see a lot of rats and mice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the solution to the mice problem.
And some of these stray cats that you see are like little celebrities in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And the annoying thing about having so many cats, I mean, they're cute to look at. They're nice. They're filthy, first of all.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing is when cats have sex, they cry like babies.
And when they fight.
And when they fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're either fighting or fucking. So when you hear them, it's one or the other, right?
Yeah.
But when it sounds like a baby that's crying, and like,
It's so noisy.
oh my God, dude. In
Yeah.
the middle of the night,
Yeah.
when you hear that, first of all, it scares the shit out of you. It's like there's a baby crying at 3 a.m. It's like, oh no, it's just cats fucking, right? But that gets annoying really fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, definitely, yeah. Like I said, some of these cats are celebrities in the little town. We have the CU next door to my house again. They adopted one of these street cats. So this cat just walks around in CU, does whatever it wants, daytime, sleeps at nighttime, out on the prowl. And yeah, like he's the main man in this area, like the top dog, if you call it that.
Yeah.
And yeah, constantly I see him as like one of those red ginger cats.
That cat, well, I used to live in Hoge, and that cat used to kind of like, it might be the same cat, it might not be, but
Yeah.
that motherfucker used to prowl around.
Well, there's a
like,
lot of those red cats everywhere.
Yeah, ginger cats.
Yeah. But yeah,
They-
this one's the top dog. You can see it walking around.
It's
Just
like
the way that it walks. Like
prowling.
this is my
Like
my
strolling.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one when I was teaching class at Samsung where Mo works. There's an entrance that you have to check into before you go inside if you're not an employee. And there used to always be this white and orange cat. And it's like nobody owned it, but it would always just be sleeping there, just like chilling. And they had like a little food bowl for it. They had like a little box where it could sleep.
Yeah.
And it was just stray cat. But some stray cats just get love from people, right? Like my mom, when we were in America, she found a bunch of stray cats, and those stray cats used to come to our house. So my mom would just leave us some food and just feed the cats.
Yeah, dude, a lot of Koreans do that with these cats.
Yeah.
Like you see that everywhere. Bowls, just random food bowls outside where
Yeah,
people
that's
go
for the
and give
cats.
them food and get-
And then you get those crazy motherfuckers, the psychopaths in the making that'll torture the shit out of these animals.
A guy, I just saw another. Oh fuck! I keep seeing these articles, but I saw this article with this guy. He got sentenced to 12 months in prison, if I'm not mistaken. 12 months in prison for killing 87 cats or 78 cats.
Jesus Christ.
Stray
bro.
cats. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a psychopath in the making.
Yeah.
You know, like that's one of the key signs of a psychopath.
Like that Netflix show. What was the name of that show? Don't fuck with cats.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I don't watch that, but that's also how it started. That's how they caught one of these fucking serial killers or something.
Oh,
I think. I don't know. We need to watch it.
oh.
But okay. Speaking of filthy cockroaches,
Okay.
filthy dirty cockroaches, the
What are you gonna do to
JMS, the JMS church leader. Okay. So just a quick.
Wait, before that, let's go over the drug crimes real quick because that's a fast conversation.
Okay.
Just yeah, we can go over that real quick.
All right. We'll come back to the filthy cockroach later. Then
the transition was nice though. I appreciate the translation.
I always try to make those things.
It was nice.
Then another thing happening in Korea recently, drug problems have started to increase.
Oh.
Right? Like we said many times, Korea doesn't have that much crime or whatever, but in recent years the drug problem has increased. Marijuana and stuff like that, cocaine in the richer areas, I guess.
Heroin is big in Korea.
Heroin as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that has started to increase over the recent years. And like Korea is very strict on the drug policies and like people working in Korea, I know for the teachers, I guess it's the same for any visa holder, they need to do the medical check.
In terms of what? The medical check and what?
Like before you get
The drug
your
your
before
drug
you get
test?
your yeah,
Yeah, you have to do a drug test.
everyone, right?
Yeah. Everyone has to do a drug
Yeah,
test.
so everyone before you get your ARC or your
For teachers.
for teachers,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it has to be for everyone else though.
It depends on the job, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
It depends on the job.
Okay, but all the teachers that come and teach in Korea, you need to get a medical check when you come to Korea. So,
Yeah, so don't smoke before you come or don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs, don't smoke, whatever, because it's a pee test, so urine test, so you have to pee in a little cup and then they'll test it.
Sometimes they'll do a hair test too, sometimes.
I've heard of some cases where they do
Oh.
a hair test, but
Oh.
I've only had the pee test done,
Mm.
the urine test. But anyway, so they do test for that to make sure that you don't do any drugs. And like we said, the recent years, the drug problem has become higher in Korea. So what the police and the government have done to try and curb that or try and slow it down is they give rewards for people who rat out there
For rats.
for rats.
Yeah, we're talking about rats. There you go.
Connection to rats.
Yeah, there you go. The rats.
Okay, no, so they give rewards for people who reports on these crimes or give any inside information on these crimes, if they have information that can lead to a prosecution or any evidence or stuff like that.
It used to be like $1,000,000 or something, or 10 million won maybe.
Yeah, well, the article that I said that I saw said it was up to, maybe it went up to 50, but now from 50 it's going to increase up until it can lead to 100 million won.
No, that's $100,000.
Bro, that's a lot of money.
That's a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But it's like your tip has to be the one that like
It
leads to
also
the
yeah, it
arrest.
depends on how much
How much
drugs
drugs they
were
confiscate,
found, how
yeah.
many people are arrested, like how big the case is.
Dude,
But they
at
say
this
it
point,
can
you-
go up to 100 million won.
At this point, if you're a drug dealer, you might as well rat out your boss. Like,
And that's exactly
money.
that's part of the article. What they said is they want to encourage people in these circles, these drug circles, to turn on their fellow
But
counterparts or whatever.
they're risking their lives by doing that. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, give me 100 million, but then what? I'm gonna die.
basically,
Yeah,
you get to use it before you die though, because they'll be in prison for a little bit, so you get to kind of just go
Yeah,
crazy,
maybe.
splurge.
But yeah, and I remember back in Chungji there was this one Middle Eastern guy. I call him that. Middle Eastern, somewhere in that world, East Asian guy. And then he asked me if I wanted weed, and I was like, "Weed? What do you mean? Like, you want marijuana? Do you want weed? You want to smoke weed?" I said, "I'm okay, bro. No, I'm fine. Don't worry." And then he said, "No, no, no, it's good stuff." And he showed me a picture of the weed that he had. And I looked at it and was like, yeah, is that supposed to be good stuff?
No.
I don't know. And he said, "You'll give me," I think he said 100,000 won for a gram.
A gram?
A gram for that. So 100,000 won for a gram.
It's crazy, bro.
Anyway, so I declined, and this was a few years ago. I wish I saw this article then. Yeah, I said 911 or 112. I know this guy right here. He just offered me weed, bro.
You get that money, you probably don't have to work for a little bit. You could chill for a little.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yes.
If you win the lottery, what do you think? You think you'll keep working?
No,
Really?
not as a teacher. No.
I think if I won the lottery, I would let nobody know, and I would just go on with my life like nothing happened.
No, I'll buy a house up in Alaska somewhere in the mountains, in the woods, and just
fuck off to
be away
East
from
Bumblefuck.
everything and everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then. So yeah, if you know someone who's doing drugs or you want to make some cash on the side, report.
What do you call? You call 112?
Beats me.
I guess you call one. You
guess
could
you
start
call-
with 112
I guess
or
you
119.
119.
Yeah, you could start
Yeah.
with 119.
Just call someone and say, "I know some things."
Yeah, but I need to know how much money I get before I give you
Yeah.
this information. Confirm the money first.
Confirm the money first,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. Okay.
rat out your friends.
Do it.
Right, back to the cockroach. So, some of you might be familiar with the Netflix documentary. What was the name of that documentary?
Oh shit.
Check the name of that
Yeah,
documentary
I'm gonna
quickly.
check it.
But there's a documentary on Netflix about cults in Korea. It's a couple of episodes, and they cover, what's it, 2 or 3 different cults?
Yeah, it's like 3.
Three different cults in Korea, but the biggest one was the JMS, or the Jesus Morning Star
You got the
Church.
word cult in my head, so I'm looking for cult, but it's not. It's a different show. It's a different name. I'm trying to remember. Do I just search JMS? In the Name of God.
In the Name of
A
God.
Holy Betrayal.
Holy Betrayal. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. So, if you guys haven't seen that documentary, do yourself a favor, go check it out. Yeah, it is disturbing. Obviously, anything related with cults, it's disturbing. But this JMS one particularly is disturbing because you had this guy who's a preacher. Basically, what he did, he started his own religion. Well, he took Christianity, but then he changed it and he made a couple of adjustments to it. That's why they call it like a pseudo religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, pseudo religion, so that it fits his narrative,
Yeah.
right?
There's a word in Korean for it, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so do yourselves a favor and watch that documentary. But article, no, it's not an article. There was a news article from the Korean Times that says this JMS leader, Jung Myung-sok is his name.
Yeah.
It just so happens to be JMS, same name as a church.
Yeah.
Jesus
that's-
Morning Star.
Oh, is that what the name was?
Yeah.
I thought
The
he just
name
named
is-
it after himself.
No, Jesus Morning Star.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it just so happens to be JMS.
I'm pretty sure he just named it after
Yeah, of
himself.
course, man.
He
This
just came
guy's
up
a
with Jesus
fucking-
after the fact.
Yeah, but he called himself Jesus.
Of course.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he said he was the second coming of
But
Christ.
some of the things he did was like nothing short of miraculous, bro. Like he would cure
Yeah.
people and like he would like predict things.
Some of
and-
the things were unexplainable.
yeah,
right.
yeah. Some of the shit he did was.
But
just
one of
kinda
the
like,
things, so there's another show that I watched, a podcast that I watched. You can also check it out on YouTube. It's this I think she's Korean American or something. It's called Rotten Mango.
Oh, she's on Spotify.
She's also on Spotify.
Yeah, I used to listen to that, but
yeah.
it's always so gory and like it's always so. It all goes back to like either pedophilia or like just like massive murder, like eating
Yeah.
carnivorism.
Mm.
Like it always goes back to those roots for some reason.
But if you guys are into like true crimes or whatever, it's pretty good.
She's good though. She has a nice voice to
She's a
listen
very
to.
nice voice,
Oh.
and also like if you watch her on YouTube, she's quite pretty as well, so it
Oh.
makes it easier to watch.
Rotten Mango.
Rotten Mango. Yeah, so go check her out. She did this whole part on the Jesus Morning Star, the JMS Church, which also she gives a lot of details. She basically talks about the Netflix thing and then elaborates a bit on that. Obviously, she also understands a lot of Korean. Well, she speaks Korean, so she breaks it down quite nice.
Wow.
Yeah, very emotional. Like when I watched that thing, yes, I got so angry and so sad, and then angry and sad at the same time. Yeah, what he did was disgusting. He started his own church, and with recruiting, right? So this is how he did the recruiting, and he started with the universities.
Yeah, the top universities.
The top universities in Korea, and obviously it was difficult to recruit these top universities because like the smartest kids go there.
Yeah.
So then he found a way how to appeal to them.
Yeah.
That's where he changed the narrative of his preachings, where he would incorporate science with his preachings.
And like these miracles that he apparently
and the
performed.
miracles and stuff, right? So he would say like Jesus didn't come down in a cloud. That's just a metaphor, right? The Bible is full of metaphors. He didn't really come down from a cloud. It's just a metaphor. And then he would try and always even incorporate evolution and stuff into his things and math. And
he did a bunch of math where he was like, "This is the year that Jesus was supposed to be reborn, and I am Jesus."
And this is the year that I am reborn. That's why I am Jesus.
He would do all this math and all these formulas, and then the result would be like, "I am Jesus."
Yeah.
What it comes down to for me that pisses me off is like this guy just did this to get laid. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. That's the way I see it. That was his sole focus of, and I'm not talking about laid because it's not really getting laid. It's sexual assault, right?
I think it's all encompassing. It's just power. That's all he wanted.
Well, power, yeah, that is
because if you have that power, then you can do fucking anything you want.
But you have to imagine like doing something like this. You would have figured you'd get caught.
But we need to explain because we didn't explain to the people. So for those of you who don't know what happened, he started this church, right? Recruited thousands and millions of people, and then eventually branched out to like many parts of the world. And then everyone called it a cult except for the people in the church, right? He would have these wives very close to him, and then he would molest them and rape them and abuse them, and then he would also tell them to recruit more wives and more young women. And he also had like a fetish. You can guess it's a fetish.
Tall people,
tall girls. With pale skin, white skin.
The thing about,
so I guess he was a racist as well.
No, well, yeah. No. His whole thing was also, I mean, Ian talked about it, but basically, he would, when he preached, he would say he was Jesus reincarnated.
He was the Messiah.
Yeah, he was the Messiah. So he would basically use that line and said, "Don't you want to have sex with Jesus?" Like literally, he was just like, "I am the reincarnation of God. Like if you have sex with me, you will be cured of all your diseases."
Yeah.
Right.
And he would also start with the girls coming in and say, "Okay, the Lord needs to inspect you."
To
check for cancer and check if there's any cyst on your ovaries and shit like that.
But there were some miracles that quote unquote miracles he performed where like this woman had cancer and
So on that one, the Rotten Mango girl, she also touched on that one. Apparently that woman that was cured of cancer, her doctor or physician was a member of the JMS church.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now there's speculation, like, did he false diagnose her? Or did he false, like when they did the test afterwards, they just said, "Nah, you're good, all good."
Or he probably just said you have cancer right off the bat, and then
go sleep
with that guy, and then
go see the fucking JMS, the Lord, and then he's gonna cure you from cancer. Boom, cure from cancer, and she's like, "This is a miracle." Meanwhile, there's like a little side hustle going on with the doctor.
The thing that got me was like you were saying before, where the women that he abused became the source of, they became the abusers after the fact, right? Like, they actively recruited new girls for JMS to abuse. Yeah. And like, I remember that there's that one girl, I forgot her name, Jenny or whatever, from Singapore.
The main girl?
Yeah, the main girl.
She was from Canada.
No, she was from some other country.
Oh man, wasn't she born in Canada?
I don't know, but I thought she was like Singaporean or whatever. Whatever the case. She was actually comforted and led to believe that this is the right thing to do by the other women.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it created this like savage chain of like women just falling
Vicious
prey.
cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because you don't have the guy saying, I'm the Messiah, sleep with me. It's like you have all these women that are your seniors at this church that you go to for religion.
Yeah.
And they're telling you, oh, it's okay, we did it and we're perfectly fine.
Yeah,
So you
and
should do it
everyone's
too.
so far gone, so brainwashed,
dude,
so
it's crazy.
indoctrinated.
And like the thing about religion, I respect religion, honestly. But at the same time, I don't believe in it. But what you see is like, for me, the reason I don't believe in religion is because I don't like looking somewhere else for the source of my problems, right? Like that's what religion is to me. I'm not shitting on religion. Just I'm sure everybody has their beliefs, but religion for me is somewhere you need where you can rely on someone or some higher power, so that you can kind of push aside like your pain and your suffering, right? So you get this shitty day and it's like, oh, it's just God's will. It's like,
Yeah, well, that's
no.
just how some people deal with their problems, you know?
Right.
Some people find it in religion, some people find it in the bottom of a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah,
Whatever.
marijuana, drugs, like that's
Yeah.
just how it happens, right?
Some men find it in beating their wives.
Yeah, and it's just a coping mechanism for
Exactly,
each.
yeah.
I'm not saying beating your wife is a coping
No,
mechanism,
fuck,
but
it's terrible, but that's
you know,
how
like,
some people cope with it.
yeah, and it's just what you do, and that's why I think religion can be especially dangerous in instances like this, where
And
you get these
sorry,
people,
that's also how they target these people, is when they're so down.
right,
You know,
during
that's
like
how
the lowest point
that's
of
how
their
that
lives.
girl from the Netflix thing was recruited, basically.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You see somebody sad, it's like, hey, are you okay? Like, but it's just the weak will of these people that joined this church, and I'm not here to say that like everybody there was weak-willed. I'm sure there were smart people, intelligent people,
Sure.
strong people
But
who didn't know better.
Joe Rogan also had a woman on her show, on his show recently. She was born into a cult in America.
That happens.
Very
too.
interesting.
Oh.
And this woman also said, one of them said, anyone can be recruited into a cult. It just depends on the right time, the right place in that person's life.
No.
And I mean, there's so many variables that take place, but if all of them align on this day, maybe you woke up and you saw a sign and you thought, oh, that's weird.
No.
And then all these things happen, and on that day, this person comes up and say, you need help. I can help you. And then, fuck, what?
Well,
You know what I mean?
and that's what happens.
And
right?
that's what happens.
What I still don't understand are the suicide pact cults. Those I don't understand those. Like, how brainwashed do you have to be to commit to committing suicide together? Like, I don't know how any logical person would agree to do something like that.
But that's the thing. It's easy for us to say because we're sitting on the outside. You know what I mean? But I mean, if you're stuck inside that cult and if you've been there for so long, and like I said, you've seen miracles of JMS curing cancer, and you're led to believe these type of things, you know, I think it's so much easier. It's like, yes, this guy is the Messiah. He really is gonna save me. Let's all kill ourselves. Let's do whatever. You know?
Maybe.
And then it ends up he's a rapist. So I know someone, or I knew someone that was actually part of that JMS church.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. And so what happened was I watched this the Netflix show, and where everyone was like, wow, that's fucking wild, that's crazy. And then like a week or two later, I met up with a friend, and I said, have you seen that Netflix show? She's like, which show? And I said, the one about the JMS church, about that crazy leader, and I could just see her face change. And I realized straight away, I was like, no, don't fucking tell me.
She was in JMS?
Yeah. And I was like,
shit.
don't tell me you're in that church. And suddenly the whole atmosphere just changed, you know?
Oh shit.
And she's like,
Was she Korean?
yeah. And she's like,
In Ulsan?
yeah.
Oh shit.
And she's like, it's all lies.
What's all lies?
That show. It's all lies.
Oh shit, so she's still in JMS.
She's like in JMS.
Oh shit.
She's like, it's all lies. It's propaganda. It's all lies. He never did any of those things. The women are liars. All they want is money. And bro, my heart was racing. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck's happening?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
Holy shit.
And yeah, dude, this chick was like adamant. It's lies. All these women, all they want is just money. They're lying. They want attention. I mean, which woman in the right mind would want attention for being raped by a fucking old ass?
To be broadcast all over the world?
Yeah.
Like,
I understand the money part, but still, you have to be.
Maybe your friend didn't personally experience it, so maybe that's why she's standing on that perspective.
I don't know, dude. But anyway,
But she's still in JMS. That's what's crazy.
at that time, she said she stopped going.
Oh,
She hasn't been to the church in a couple of years, but technically, like, still believing in it, so still part of it, I guess. And yeah, we had this fucking back and forth arguments, and I explained to her what the fuck a cult is. I said, this is a cult.
yeah.
You know what a cult is? This is a fucking, if it walks like a duck, acts like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Are you,
Yeah.
you know? But she was so far gone, you know? And same thing, she says she joined when she was in high school, having troubles at home and whatever, and just got approached one day. And said,
I didn't even
"Listen."
know there was JMS in Ulsan.
Yeah, but they go on different names. That's the thing.
Oh.
It's not just JMS Church. They go on different names. They have different names. Yeah, that's fucking creepy stuff.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah, and anyway, so we had this whole argument for like hours, back and forth, and then she's like, whatever, okay, let's agree to disagree. You believe what you do. I'm gonna believe in what I want to believe. And then a few weeks later, it came up again. We got into another argument about it, and she said actually, what's happening recently since that Netflix documentary has come out, because she's on like cacao groups with like the leaders, like mentor leaders, or I don't know exactly what it is, but she's in cacao groups with these people, and there's been like, how do you call it?
Dissension.
Yeah, inside these groups, people are starting to ask questions and whatever, and these mentors that are supposed to answer those questions, they're running out of answers.
Oh fuck.
You know, like they can't keep putting out all the flames everywhere, so they're starting to become these rifts inside these groups, and now these groups are starting to break up from the inside, which I guess is a good thing. And then when that started happening, she also started questioning, and yeah, I guess she's.
I mean, it also means that she never personally experienced it, which is good.
Yeah, no, she
So-
never. But apparently she did write letters to him when he was in jail. Yeah,
Holy
she
shit.
did write letters to him.
There was that part where like he's like, please send me a photo of you naked so I can.
Yeah, there were thousands of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
And
they
the girls
sent-
actually like just sent
and
the photos.
videos.
Yeah.
And that's how actually most of this came out, because one of his assistants or whatever, he went to Hong Kong to go work for him in Hong Kong.
Mm.
And this guy, he was in charge of all the mail and the letter and stuff. And one day he opened like an envelope, and there was just hundreds of pictures of girls in bikinis and naked and whatever. And then he realized, oh Jesus, all the rumors were true. The stories were true.
Jesus.
So he took all of that and he went back to Korea, and he gave it he put it online for everyone.
So he
to
was the
see.
one that exposed them.
I guess he was the one that exposed it, got the ball rolling.
Well, anyway, check it out. In the name of the Holy God, I guess that's the name of the.
In the
Netflix
name
docu-
of God, the Holy Betrayal.
In the name of God, the
Yeah.
Holy Betrayal.
So, to the news article that happened that I saw last week or 2 weeks ago. So, he's been sentenced to 23 years in jail.
Mm-hmm. That's the show.
Yeah. So, he's been sentenced 23 years in jail. But since he's been, and this happened last year, at the end of last year, 2023. So, he went to jail, right? And since this happened, more women have come out and made more cases against him. So, there's 90 more complaints were lodged against him. And like it's still pending, and 13 are still ongoing. So he's probably going to get more sentences on top of his sentences. He's never going to see the light of day outside those prison walls again.
Is he in prison for life right now?
Well, 23 years. I mean, he's
23 years.
He's 78 years old or something.
Okay.
So that's basically life for him.
That's a hell of a way to go.
Yeah.
78 years. He did that for a long fucking time. Man.
And yeah, apparently some of his numbers of, some people estimate that the amount of women he's abused are close to 10,000.
But when you're watching the documentary, some of these women, like, he would literally just penetrate them once and just that be it.
Some nights he'd have 50 women in the room.
And he'd just go around penetrating
boom,
them
boom,
one
boom,
by
boom,
one.
boom.
But like he wouldn't have sex with them. I mean, that's still sex in a certain sense, but like
Yeah.
he didn't have like intimate
Abuse them
relations.
and
But that's
molest
still,
them and whatever.
and that's the power play. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I can insert myself into you whenever I want,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Now
Like,
you're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just a guy drunk on power and like the followers to support it.
And when I was in Chungju, let me tell this quick story, then we'll finish up. When I was in Chungju, the one day I was walking to a Starbucks from after work. So I was meeting my friend at the Starbucks. my friend was also big in the church guy, but I don't know if it was one of these churches, but it was just a big church guy. Never tried to recruit me though. Anyway, I was on my way to the Starbucks to meet this guy, and I see these two Korean people like look at me, and they're like so surprised to see a foreigner and friendly. They come over to me, hi, like, what are you doing here in Chungju? And I was like, oh, I'm a teacher. And they introduced themselves, introduced myself, and super friendly. The girl was pretty cute as well. And so obviously that got my attention. So we were chatting, and they're like, do you want to come have dinner with us? I was like, oh, it sounds nice, but actually I already made plans with a friend. I'm going to meet my friend at the Starbucks. I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we would like to. And then they started pushing a little bit. Something feels off here. Now all of a sudden something feels off. Can we come with you? I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, it's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna meet my friend, and then maybe next time I can have dinner with you guys again. I was like, okay, well, yeah, take my number. I said, sure, take your number. So I took the number and gave them a call, so they got my number, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll see you guys next time. Sorry. Went to the Starbucks, and I told my friend about it, and he said, yeah, you should be careful. I was like, what do you mean?
Organ transplant? Organ
well,
donors?
well, that's sort of thing. I've never heard of this church or the Shincheonji church by that time. He said, you need to be careful because a lot of these people that approach you are from these churches, and they're just trying to recruit people and stuff like that. Oh, fuck, I didn't even have to think about that. I said, that's why it makes sense that they started to become pushy towards the end. And over like 2 weeks, this guy would send me messages every day. Like, hey, when can we meet? When can we meet? Hey, come on, let's go out somewhere. I mean, I'm going to talk to you about some things. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Should have smashed.
But no, the guy sent me the messages.
Oh, the guy.
I think it was a guy, yeah.
There was a guy and a girl.
And a girl, yeah. It was just a girl, different story, but it was a guy and a girl, right? And then about 2 weeks later, again, I was walking home this time, and I see the same people, and I was like, it's too late. They've seen me, and I've got my headphones in, so I thought, I'm just going to fucking avoid them, My headphones in, and I look at the ground, and then this guy pulls me on my arm. Hey, hi. I was like, fuck. So I got the headphones. Hi, hey, what's up? He said, you didn't reply to any of my texts. And it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I've been so busy and whatever. Okay, well, come, let's go have dinner. Like, no, I don't feel well. I'm not feeling good. I want to go home. Trying to make some excuses. Like, no, but last time you said next time we're going to have, and he's like getting aggressive with me, And even the girl, she's like sort of frowning. I was like, okay, enough. I said, you fucking don't touch me. Back off. I don't feel comfortable with this. You guys are giving me scary vibes. I don't like this. No, but you last time you said, like pushing, I was like, fucking hell. Let go of me. I'm walking away now. I'm calling the police. Because I was fucking getting nervous, I was like, I'm calling the police, and then fine. We'll go. They just turned around, they walked. Guy never messaged me or anything. And then I realized they were probably maybe JMS or Shincheonji.
No, they would be. JMS only recruits women, so it probably wouldn't have been JMS. Maybe Shincheonji though.
Maybe Shincheonji.
Some religion. Maybe Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know.
But they're supposed to be friendly. These people weren't friendly.
They were in the beginning.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't know what it's like on the inside. Maybe that's how they are.
Yeah, and there's a lot of horror stories out there on Facebook and internet for these people recruiting foreigners in Korea. A lot of Korean people are friendly. They just want to be friends, but be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful.
Be careful. If your gut's telling you something's off, probably something's off. A lot of these fucking crazy church people, they just want to recruit you, and
who knows what they want to do.
Who knows what else they want to do.
Yeah. Be careful. That's the lesson of today.
Stay safe out there, guys.
Yeah. Stay safe. Don't talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
Good. All right, so I think that wraps it up for today, right?
Yeah.
Good. So
right,
next
guys.
time we'll talk about some other things next time, but thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
Go.
Have a nice weekend, guys.
Bye.
안녕히
Alright, so if you like this video, please click subscribe in the middle over here and check out our links below under the video.
And also make sure to click on the notification icon so that you can stay up to date with our future episodes. And be sure to leave some comments below and let us know what you would like us to discuss in future episodes.